about message integrity, and before last class we discussed about what is a message authentication. So in both places we saw some of the words, these confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Availability is nothing but authentication. So I told you there is a triangle, there is a triangle. So whether it was covered in unit 1. So even I want to make a note on this, and somebody asked out, sir, what is that triangle? Somebody asked. So even I am going to be make a remember on this. So what is this confidentiality, integrity, and availability? So this is a security triangle. We can say that. So tried CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These three are how it is going to be make a major role in this security. So what is the confidentiality, what is integrity, and what is availability? So we will see that the CIA triad of confidentiality, integrity, and availability is considered the core underprinting of information security. Every security control and every security vulnerability. What is the meaning called vulnerability? Can anyone? This word you are familiar in the unit 1 and unit 2. Vulnerability. What is the meaning called vulnerability? So, for example, in the starting onwards, we are saying that somebody third person is going to be attacked. So the third person, maybe Eva, is going to be attacked, while the Bob and Alice is going to be transfer the data in between. So Eva is going to be attack. So how the Eva is going to be attacked? So the network is there. In a network, in which place the Eva is going to be attacked? Can anyone? What is the meaning called vulnerability? Somebody said that. So attack, very good. So somebody is do attack. So how they are going to be attacked? So attack is correct. So how they are going to be attacked? This one. What is the exact meaning of vulnerability? So how the person, third person, is going to be entered? Where he is going to be entered? Yes, Kirtana, Chapandi. You can unmute yourself and you can talk.
Sorry, sir, by mistake.
Okay. It's okay. Now tell me what is vulnerability, whatever it may be. Tell me what is vulnerability. For example, you are in the college. You are surrounded. If you want to escape from the college, where you can escape? So boys, your night time you are going to be escaped from the hostels. No? So how we are going to be escaped from the hostel? That is the meaning of vulnerability. So vulnerability simple meaning is the lower level synonym is we can say that weakness. So for example, in college premises, all are surrounded by the wall. Okay, some places may we have gates. In particular place, the gates may have the security persons are there. So we are not going to be enter. We are not going to be out in a particular place. So the persons who are want to go out, what they are going to be seeing. So in which place the wall is less height and which place we may move. So in which place we can hide from the security persons, we can go out. So weakness, that is the place we don't identify, such the place we can escape from them. So the same concept, the Alice and Bob is going to be in the network. The Alice is sending the data. The Eva is trying to attack in which place the network is less security. In which place the network is less security. That means in which place the network is getting weakness. So such places the attacker is going to be attacked. So that is every security vulnerability can be viewed in a light of one or more these concepts. For security program to be considered comprehensive to complete, it must be adequately address the entire CIA. So that is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. You can say the authentication also. that height. So that is a triangle shape. So have you remember this diagram? You have come across this diagram in unit 1. Can someone answer? If you got this diagram, then I will go fast. Then we will go to come back to our digital signature. If not, I am going to be deep and deep. I am going to be. Can anyone answer? No one answer. So the confidentiality means that the data, objects, and the resources are protected from unauthorized viewing and other access. Means the data, objects, and the resources are protected from unauthorized viewing. So we are going to be protected. So from the unauthorized viewers. So integrity means that the data is protected from the unauthorized access, unauthorized changes to the changes to ensure that it is viewed and corrected. It is viewed and corrected. So availability means the unauthorized, so that is authentication. Is unauthorized user has to access the system and the resource they needed. So by viewing, so in the view, if you are preparing the some of the security authentications we are going to be used, other security certification exam, we will, for example, this is out of what is the main examination. So the confidentiality, what is the meaning of confidentiality? So confidentiality measures the protect information from unauthorized access or misuse and misuse. So we are going to be protect to the message measure. We are going to be measure the protect the information from the unauthorized person. So most information system house the information that has some degree of sensitivity. So in sensitivity means, what is the meaning called sensitivity? What is the meaning called sensitivity? So we can have, for example, very minor things is going to be modified. Even if, for example, yesterday we saw about in the message digest, instead of sending hello, the EVA is changed to cello. The total meaning was changed, you know. So that is, it might be properly business information that competitor could be to their advantage. Our personal information reading organization, employees, customers, or clients. So there also we already discussed that the information is sending is nothing but that the message is sending and the exact message is sending for the exact person. For example, that one have discussed. For example, the SBI bankers is sending a message to all the customers if any updation in the, so that maybe some unauthorized persons also may get, somebody who don't have account in SBI, they may also get with that message. There is nothing wrong with that, but they have to consider that whether the message information is correct or not. Then another one is, for example, if I myself I withdraw some amount from the ATM, I got a message, okay, in a particular time you are withdraw from amount from the ATM, that is type. If you are not, you can block your card. Some, so that message is going to be given to an exact user. If the same message is given to the all persons, what is going to be happen? They are going to be have a problem with everyone has a problem with the message. And also there is another type. For example, I myself I send someone some amount to the another person. So I sent it 1,000 rupees. Okay, 1,000 rupees to the another person, the recipient I sent, but the recipient got only 100 rupees. So that is the 1 0 is missed in the 3 zeros. So what is going to be happening? There is modification is happening. So message is correct message or not. Another one is message is sending to the exact person or not. And the another one is message is modified or not. Whether the exact message is going or not. So that these type of, we can remember these three variants, then we can easily understand this confidentiality, integrity, and availability of these Okay. So confidentiality information often has a value and system therefore under frequent attacks as a criminal hunts for vulnerability to explode. That is the so when the criminal is going to be attack a exact person. So who is it? So whenever he is to observe that he is who is want to uh, kidnap something, what he is do is to observe that. So what is his activities, daily activities is going to be observed. So in which place maybe public crowd is less, in which place he is alone is going to be roam in the road, in which place is easy to escape and if even he kidnap he is going to be escape. So such type of vulnerabilities are going to be explored. So treat that vector includes the direct attacks such as stealing the passwords and capturing the network traffic and more layered social engineering, phishing, whatever it. So not at all confidentiality branches are international. A few types of common accidental branches includes the emailing sensitive information with the wrong recipients. So some of the information are coming. So that only the three types you can remember, then we can have. So even I will give an exact definition of confidentiality. These are the information about confidentiality. Then what is about integrity? Integrity measures protect information from unauthorized alternation. So no one wants to change the message. Unauthorized alternation. So unwanted people they don't want to change the message. These measures provide the assurance that accuracy and the completeness of data. The need to protect the information include the both the data and stored on the system data that is transformed between the system such as emails. In maintaining integrity, it is not only necessary to control at the system level, but further ensure that system users are only able to alter the information that they are legitimately authorized to later. So who can change, who can have an authentication to change? That is, as with the confidentiality protection, the protection of data integrity extended beyond the intentional branches so that effective integrity counter messages must also protect the against unintentional alternation such as errors and data loss that result of the system malfunction. So this is so how come message is changed? Then what is availability? See this. In order for the information system to be useful, it must be available to the authorized users. So that is the message is going to be sent the exact person or not. Authorized users who done some authentication on the data, who can have a authentication to access the data. That person's only going to be given. So availability measures protect timely and uninterrupted access to the system. Some of the most fundamental threats to availability are non-miscellaneous in the nature and include the hardware failures, maybe unscheduled software downtime. So what are the problems will occur? The problem of this availability. The miscellaneous attacks includes the various forms of sub-storage and intended to have cause harms to the organization by gaining the user access to the information system. So this is the overall availability in the point of view, in the organization point of view and the user point of view. This one. So if you want, what is the exact meaning of this one? So wait a second, I will show you. So you understand what is the difference between these three? So by the example of that banker message, if you get from the others, then how come we can treat it as which one is an exact message? So this one, the font size is not properly. Is visible? Is visible? So what is the confidentiality means? So ensure that the sensitivity information are accessed by only the authorized person and kept away from those not unauthorized to process them. If you come same thing in integrity, so that ensure that information are in a format that is true or correct. It is the original purpose. The same thing we can see in availability. Ensure that information that resources are available to those who need them. Now we can go complete meaning of confidential. So ensure that the sensitivity information are accessed by only by the authorized person and kept away from those unauthorized to process them. It is implemented using a security mechanism such as username, password, and access control list and encryptions. It is also a common for information to be categorized according to the extent of damage that would be done should be should it fall into the unintended hands. The security measures can be implemented accordingly. Then second one is about integrity. Ensure that information are in the format that is true and correct to its original purpose. The receiver of information must have the information the creator intended him to have. The information can be edited by the unauthorized person. Only the remains in its original state when at rest. Integrity is implemented using a security mechanism such as data encryption and hashing. So yesterday we talked about message digest and hashing. No? There only we talked about integrity. So in such places we are going to use. Note that the changes data might also occurs as a result non-human caused events such as electromagnetic pulse may changes the data. A server crashes, and it is also important to have a backup of procedure. So we know what is the meaning of backup. So each and every time whenever the data is going to be created at server side, it is going to be have a replication of data. We already know that what is the replication. So that is have a backup procedure and redundant systems in place in the ensure the data integrity. Then availability is ensure that information and resources are available to those who need them. So who is the exact one? Who is the authorized person? From their people only get the data. So that is implemented using the methods such as hardware maintenance and software patching and the network optimization. So process such as redundancy, failure, RAID levels, RAID 0, RAID 1, RAID 2. In operating system, you may have heard these RAID levels. And high availability clusters are used to migrate the series of uh, consequence when hardware issues do occur. Detached hardware devices can be used to guard against the downtime, and so these are the downtime, uptime. So when the operating system maintenance, we heard this one. So downtime and unreachable data due to the miscellaneous actions such as this is a DOS, denial of services, distributed denial of services attacks. So there is a various types of attacks are there. One of the attack is denial of service, distributed denial of service, DDoS. So these are the main terms of what is CIA triad. So triangle shape of that one, how the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So the starting class onwards, I am telling the triangle. So somebody may forget, or I need to make a remember. So I will start this one today. So we will back to our original content today. What is the original one? What we are going to be discussing today? We are going to discuss on digital signature. What is the digital signature? It is digital signature. My screen is visible. Digital signature. So this is a digital signature. So let us begin by looking the difference between the conventional signature and digital signature. What is a general signature and digital signature? What is a digital signature and a conventional signature? General, what is the meaning called signature? So if, for example, if I am going to be signing your record, what is that? So okay, you done all the projects and something are all the experiments you done. So then, so that I was signed in that document, then you were proceeding. So that is authenticated by me. In a similar manner, if we are sending the data in one system to another system, the data is transferred in the form of digital. So for that data, how we are going to be give as a digital signature to the data. So here we are going to be see the inclusions and verification methods and relationship and duplicity. So the conventional signature is included in the document. It is a part of the document, but we sign the document digitally. We send the signature as a separate document. We send the signature as a separate document. For conventional signature, when the recipient receives the document, she compares the signature on the document with the signature on file. For digital signature, the recipient receives the message and the signature. The recipient needs to apply a verification technique to the combination of message and the signature to verify the authenticity. So here we have some of techniques, verification techniques need to confirm that the digital signature is verified or not. In a conventional, simply we have, so for example, we are going to be write something letter and we can keep letter and we can sign it. You are sincerely are sending that one. So in a conventional manner, we are sending the data. Okay, so this is the key. If you open the key, then we can see that one. Or else we have, okay, the data is coming, the signature is coming. Okay, by saying that the signature is for that particular person, so that we can say that that person is going to be exact viewing this message and all this. So in digital signature, we have a techniques to authentication. So that is some of the verification techniques. Recipient, the receiver has to apply the verification techniques, the combination of message and the signature. So how it will this one? For a conventional signature, there is a normal one-to-many relationship between a signature and document. For a digital signature, there is one-to-one relationship between the signature and message. So conventional, we have one message you can have a different person to send. So here one-to-one, definitely we have a relationship between message and message, signature and message. Sorry. So in a conventional signature, a copy of signed document can be distributed from the original one on file. In a digital signature, there is no such distinguishness unless there is a factor of time on the document. So here we are not going to be key. So here the verification technique, such the time the digital signature is going to be verified. Okay. So what is the process here? We are going to be see that. So show the figure. We will 13.1 figure is there. So the digital signature process. The sender uses a signing algorithm. So that is the digital signature. We have a signing algorithm to sign the message. The message and the signature are sent to the receiver. Then the receiver receives the message and the signature and applies the verify algorithm to the combinations. If the result is true, the message is accepted. Otherwise, it is rejected. Same in last previous classes we discussed about what is MDC and MAC. So if we are the sender is going to be calculated MAC and is going to be sent along with the message. Is done hashing with the message, then finally he is going to be the receiver is going to be calculated the MAC again. The both we are going to be compare, then it is okay, then it is not altered by any other person, that is original messages sent by the sender. They treat the that only treated by the receiver and is going to be confirmed that the original message only, there is no modification is in the message. Same here also, the sender is going to be signing on the that is a digitally is going to be signed. So that is see that here the message and the signature is sent to the receiver. So how it is going to be by using signing algorithm. Signing algorithm is going to be do, and the receiver is going to be use the verifying algorithm and is going to be whether it is accept or reject. So you'll see here digital signature process. See how the allies and bobs are there, both sender and receiver. M is a message and S is the signature. So here for message we are going to be applied some signing algorithm. Once it is signing algorithm is applied, we are sending a message and sign signature in the network, and in outside he is going to be do the verifying algorithm to verify that whether the message is okay or not. Then the message is received to the okay. So this is adding a key to the digital signature process. In the last class also we discussed if MAC is there, how we are going to be adding a key to that one. Same here, if the signing algorithm is there, how we are going to be add word format. Sorry, how we are going to be signing. So if general, what is the digital signature process is? So message, then signing algorithm, then we are going to be send message and signature in the network, then we are going to be sent to the receiver. So by signing also we are going to be create one key. So here we can have, so now tell me what type of keys we are using here. The diagram is there, two types of keys are. Now we can say simply it is asymmetric algorithm. No? So see that in a note, a digital signature uses the asymmetric keys, cryptography, public key encryption, public key cryptography. The signer signs on her private key and the verifier verifies signs with the public key. See that? So this is the asymmetric key. So up to now we discuss about symmetric description only. What is it is a both shared key is going to be sharing both alias and bar or sender and receiver. Both are going to be use the same key and it's going to be verifying that. So here for digital signature, so alias is going to be used as a private key to sign the algorithm, signing algorithm, and Bob is going to be used a public key to verifying algorithm. So adding key to them. So cryptography uses the public and private keys of the receiver. The digital signature uses the public and private keys of the sender. So this is the crypto systems in a digital signature. So how we are going to be do the signing the digest. Again, we are going to be apply here hash function again. So message hash. Now we are going to be apply the signing. So if the signing concept is come, so signing algorithm and verifying algorithms are there. So in a digital signature concept, we are going to be use asymmetric keys. In the meaning of asymmetric keys means the sender is going to be do sign with the private key and is going to be send it. So as well, then the receiver, the Bob is going to be verifying by the public key. So message and we are going to be hash. What is the meaning of hash? If you apply hash, what is going to be happen? So one is the frequency length of message is coming. Then the output of the hashing function is going to be used the message digest. For the message digest, we are going to be doing the signing and with the private key of sender. Then the sign signature is going to be sent. Then another part is going to be verified with the public key. Then the message is transferred as usual. Then again message is going to be hashing. So that is here also hashing is going to be calculated. Simply we can say that message digest value is going to be calculated again. If it is calculated, then normal process whether it is digest value is equal or not, then it is the verifying algorithm is going to be check all those things whether it is correct or not, whether it is given by the sender or not. If there any alters are there, it is going to be checked. Signing the digest. So the simple creating and verifying a digital signature, how we are going to be. For example, simple, we have a document is there. So that is going to be calculated the hash codes. So hash codes means that is a simple zeros and ones. So we are going to be encrypt the private key. So we are going to be box. We are going to be so simple here. How the box means. So this is a general message. We are going to be create a box. That means we are going to be log the data. So that is the simple meaning of encrypt the hash code with the private key of the sender. Now we are going to be send both message and key. So encrypted hash. So that we are going to be digitally signed document. So that is document is there, then it is digitally signed. Okay. Then other side the document is received. Another side the digital signature is received and the receiver is going to be decrypted by the public key and is going to be checked. Now it is going to be checked whether the both are equal. So verifying the digital signature by the receiver. I think so. I will keep one more minute of this diagram. If you want, we can note down what is. So creating and verifying a digital signature. So one message is there. That message is going to be calculated with the hash code. For that hash code, we are going to be do the encrypt with the private key of the sender. Now we are going to be send the document and the hash code, that is a digitally signed document. So both are sent. Again, the document message is sending separately and the digital signature is going to be decrypted by using a public key of a sender. Then it is going to be compared. If the calculated hash code does not match with the result, I think downside lines are not visible. If I'm reading it, if you want, you can note down. If the calculated hash code does not match with the result of the decrypted signature, either the document was changed after signing or the signature was not generated with the private key of the altered sender. So if anyone something was changed, then definitely that the digital signature is not going to be matched. Then we can reject that message. Okay. So what are the services are there in a digital signature? So we discussed several security services in chapter 1. Okay, so that is even if our unit 1 only, so including message confidentiality, message authentication, and message integrity. So for that only I remember those three concepts. And non-repetitions, a digital signature can directly provide the last three for message confidentiality. We still need encryption and decryption also. So message authentication, message integrity, non-repudiation, and confidentiality. So we are going to be see on these services. These are the services are provided by the digital signature. A secure digital signature schema like secure conventional signature can be provided message authentication. A secure digital signature schema like a secure conventional signature can provide message authentication. So authentication means the sender is going to be give an authentication such that the sender only created the data and is the one is going to be send the data. A digital signature provide message authentication. So this one. Then another one is the integrity of message is preserved even if we signed the whole message, because we cannot get the same signature if message is changed. Yes, sir. So what we are doing, so that's why I kept 2-3 minutes about that, how to create and sending the digital signature. So if the data is there, the document is there. For the document, we are going to be calculate the hash. Hash is simple message digest or checksum, whatever it may be. If done, we are going to be packed with that hash code along with private key of sender. Then both message and key is going to be sended. That is the digital signature is going to be sended. So if any changes in the document, then the document and the digital signature key. So digital signature definitely opened by a key only. That the public key known by the receiver only. So if any changes is there, then message is changed, then it is no, it is the loss of integrity. So that is it. Digital signature provide the message integrity also. Then the non-repetition means, see that. So how the message, so alias signature and ST is the signature trusted center. Something we are going to be taking the third party of trusted centers. How it will be. So alias needs to send the data to the bar. So alias is going to be do the uh, private key to signing the message. Then the message and signing of alias is going to be sent to the trusted center. So in between we are going to be used, that is uh, one more, we can say that we can give a third party for security purpose. The trusted center is going to be sent. So alias public key is going to be verifying. Again the document is again signing the private key of a trusted center. So here already signed with the private key of alias. The alias public key is given to the trusted center. He is going to be done some verifying that okay message is there. Then the message and he is going to be do the trusted center is going to be do again the private key, his own private key, and is going to be signing. Then the message and signing of trusted center is going to be sent to the bot. Now the public key of trusted center is going to be verifying algorithm is going to be verified and is going to be getting. So non-repetition can be provided using the trusted party. So we are we are in between we are taking some other third party person. We can simply say you can take a broker to access the data and is going to be given a confidentiality. Okay. So for example, we don't have any communication between alias and Bobs. So how come we trusted on this digital signature and this hashing? So we are going to be accessing some third person authentication here. So by that, he is going to be a mediator in between alias and Bobs. He is going to be make some trusted algorithm to promote the message to the receiver. So by this digital signature, we can have a non-repetition property also. Then another one is about a confidentiality. So adding confidentiality to digital signature schema. So how? So alias is going to be send a message. We have a message, and is going to be do the signing. After signing, alias private key is going to be used for signing algorithm, and later we are going to be do the encryption of receiver public key. So now here we have both sender and receiver public and private keys. So we have two keys, that is a asymmetric algorithm is going to be followed here. So we have two different keys are there. So now allies having, that is a sender having both public key and private key, and receiver having both public key and private key. See that? So signing algorithm, the allies is to use his private key and is going to be signed, and the allies itself is going to be do the encryption by the public key of Bobs. Now one, so we done encryption with the public key. Now the decryption is going to be done by the private key of Bob. Once it is decrypted, then the allies public key is going to be done with the verifying algorithm. So don't confuse with that. So here if allies using a private key, then the Bob that for signing, for verifying is going to be used allies public key. So here allies using public key of Bobs, then the Bobs using a private key to decrypt. So encrypting of public key, then decrypt of private key. So that is the, so encrypted, so that is a E of MS. So message and signature both are encrypted. Message and encryption and decryption, all those things are done. So digital signature does not provide any privacy. If there is need to provide, another layer of encryption and decryption must be applied. So this is also we can take an adding confidentiality to the digital signature schema. So if we generally we know that sending one person to another person, some middle person is going to be attacked. If for that, if we want to make that, we are doing encryption and decryption, general encryption and decryption. So even if we are going to be provided a key, so key encryption and key decryption, so then we have an exact confidentiality is applying on the digital signature also. So this is the adding. So these are the, so some of the series. Second, I will open again. So we have a plain text. So confidential memo, layoff, the Lakeview store. So hashing algorithm, we are going to be hash with key. Then the hashing is going to be calculated. That is nothing but message digest is going to be done. The encryption is going to be do again the Bob's private key. Then it is going to be sent along with the digital signature. Then it is going to be transferred. So now see the allies. Bob is a send here. We can start from here. So we are going to be do. So anyway, we have both sender and receiver. Now we have Bob is a sender and allies is a receiver. Generally, we need to talk about allies is a sender and Bob is a receiver. No? So here maybe he is going to be replied back. Now such time we can think that the Bob is a sender and allies is a receiver. So see that Bob is a sender. He's going to be do the hash and he's going to be do the encryption with his private key. And if Bob private key is going, then the another place Bob public key is going to be used for decryption. So that we are going to be send the news message. This is a whole diagram of how step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4 and step 5. Okay. So this is about digital signature. So how the digital signature is going to be. So that was the end of a digital signature. So if you have any doubt, you can tell me. We will go through all these topics which we discussed in the unit 4. So I think you have unit 4, CNS syllabus. Once again, I will open. So this is a message integrity, message authentication, cryptographic hash function, digital signature, and key management. So one more topic is missing: key management. How we can have a key management. So it is nothing but the last diagram is there. No? So explanation of about the last diagram, how the public key and private key is going to be managed. We can see one more class. This chapter we can complete. So data integrity, digital signature, and key management. So in next class we will see about the key management, and so that we can complete unit 4. Okay. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Yes. Anybody? So here in the first unit, I think cryptography attacks. So denial of service. What are the various types of attacks we may read in that? So all of you, please be ready with your assignments. Whenever we are asking to come to college, then that time you can submit your hard copies of assignment. Say even if for all the subjects. So please be ready with it. If you lost your internal marks, you are not going to be get back. So it is boost up your grade. Okay. So okay, thank you. If you have any doubt, you can ask a question direct or you can send a message. We will